Here's the rewritten story with adjusted character names, ensuring the original intent, content, and context remain intact while maintaining natural American English. It adheres to the expanded word count and thematic structure you provided. Hash a day like any other. In the modest suburb of Willow Heights, the sun rose over neat rows of houses, casting a golden glow on the quiet streets. 10-year-old Caleb Mason was already wide awake, filled with a sense of purpose that belied his young age. Today was going to be a productive day, he could feel it. "Caleb, breakfast's ready," his mom, Diane, called from the kitchen. "Coming, Mom," Caleb yelled back, hopping out of bed and quickly pulling on his favorite blue t-shirt and a pair of jeans. He dashed into the kitchen, where the aroma of pancakes filled the air. Diane stood at the stove, her dark hair pulled back into a neat bun. She turned to smile at her son as he plopped into a chair. "Morning, sweetheart, sleep well?" she asked, placing a plate of pancakes in front of him. "Aha," Caleb replied to a mouthful of syrupy goodness. Diane chuckled and ruffled his hair. "Slow down, or you'll choke." As Caleb finished his breakfast, he couldn't help but notice the tired lines around his mom's eyes. Diane had been working late shifts at the diner for weeks, trying to make ends meet. Seeing her exhaustion only strengthened Caleb's resolve. "Mom," Caleb said, his voice steady, "I'm going to sell lots of candy today, maybe even enough to help us get that new fridge you've been talking about." Diane paused, her expression softening. "Oh, Caleb, you don't need to worry about that. It's my job to take care of us." "I know, but I want to help," Caleb insisted. Diane sighed, torn between pride in her son's initiative and concern for his safety. "Just promise me you'll be careful out there, okay? Trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, come home or go to Mrs. Clark's house next door. I promise." "Mom," Caleb grinned, giving her a quick hug before grabbing his backpack, filled with neatly packed candy bars, lollipops, and gummy treats. Hash. The candy sales began. Stepping out into the cool morning air, Caleb waved at his neighbor, Mr. Harris, who was already tending to his roses. "Morning, Caleb. Selling candy again today?" "Yes, sir," Caleb replied cheerfully. "Want to buy a chocolate bar?" Mr. Harris chuckled. "Not today, but good luck." Caleb moved on, his spirits high. He loved his neighborhood, even if some of the houses needed fresh paint and the lawns weren't always perfectly trimmed. To him, it was home. As the day went on, Caleb's enthusiasm began to wane. He'd sold only a few candies, and his feet were starting to ache, but then he remembered his mom's tired smile and found renewed determination. Spotting a man in a business suit walking briskly down the sidewalk, Caleb mustered his courage and approached. "Excuse me, sir," he began politely. "Would you like to buy some candy? I'm raising money to help my mom." The man paused, his stern expression softening. "You know what? Sure, give me 2 chocolate bars." Caleb's face lit up. "Thank you, sir. That'll be $4. As the man handed him the money, he smiled. "Good luck with your sales, kid, and stay safe." "Yes, sir," Caleb replied, his spirits lifted. Hash. An uneasy feeling. Later that afternoon, Caleb wandered into the parking lot of the local grocery store. His backpack considerably lighter after a day of hard work, he scanned the cars, hoping to spot a potential customer. Among the modest sedans and SUVs, one vehicle stood out, a shiny silver sedan that looked far too expensive for the neighborhood. Fancy car means money, Caleb thought, adjusting his backpack and heading toward it. As he approached, he noticed a man in the driver's seat and a woman in the passenger seat. Perfect, 2 customers instead of 1. But as he got closer, a strange feeling crept up his spine. Something about the scene felt off. He couldn't explain it, but his mom's voice echoed in his mind. "Trust your instincts." Determined to shake the unease, Caleb plastered on his best salesman's smile. "Hi there, I'm selling candy." The man cut him off with a curt, "Not interested, kid." Caleb hesitated, his gaze shifting to the woman. Their eyes met for a split second, and Caleb's heart sank. Her wide, terrified eyes were pleading, though her face remained eerily calm. Her fingers tapped nervously on the car door in a rapid, uneven rhythm. Was she trying to signal something? Caleb wondered, recalling a movie he'd seen where captives used tapping to communicate distress. Caleb stepped back, murmuring, "Sorry to bother you," before retreating behind a row of parked cars. His heart raced as he watched the silver sedan, its occupants sitting in tense silence. "What should I do?" Caleb whispered to himself. He was just a kid, but what if the woman was in danger? What if he was her only chance? Dash dash dash. Hash 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 a call for help. Caleb pulled out his old flip phone. His hands trembling, he typed a quick text to his mom. "Mom, I think something's wrong. There's a silver car with a man and a woman in the grocery store parking lot." The woman looked scared. "What should I do?" A few agonizing seconds later, his phone buzzed. "Stay calm. Don't go near the car again. Call 911. I'm on my way." Caleb's chest tightened, but he nodded to himself. He dialed 911, his voice shaking as he explained what he'd seen. The dispatcher's calm, steady tone reassured him. "You did the right thing. Caleb, officers are on their way. Stay hidden and don't approach the car again. Dash dash dash. Hash 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 the rescue." Minutes felt like hours as Caleb crouched behind a truck, his eyes fixed on the silver sedan. Then, the sound of sirens filled the air. 2 police cars screeched into the parking lot, their lights flashing. Officers approached the sedan cautiously, their hands on their holstered weapons. The man in the driver's seat argued briefly before stepping out with his hands raised. The woman was helped out next. Visibly shaken but unharmed, relief washed over Caleb as he realized his call had made a difference. A female officer with red hair spotted Caleb and approached. "Are you Caleb Mason?" she asked gently. "Yes, ma'am," Caleb replied, his voice trembling. "I'm Officer Ramirez. Your call helped us stop a dangerous situation. You were very brave." Caleb's mom arrived moments later, pulling him into a tight hug. "Oh, Caleb, I'm so proud of you," she whispered, tears streaming down her face. Dash dash dash. Hash 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 the ripple effect. Over the next few days, the story spread throughout Willow Heights. Caleb learned that the woman in the car, Emily, had been kidnapped and was being held against her will. Thanks to his quick thinking, she was now safe, and her captor was facing serious charges. Emily visited Caleb and his mom a week later, tears in her eyes. "Thank you," she said, taking Caleb's hands. "You saved my life." Caleb blushed. "I just did what I thought was right." But Caleb's bravery didn't just save Emily, it inspired his community. The grocery store owner offered Diane a better job, allowing her to work fewer hours. Caleb's school awarded him a scholarship, and neighbors came together to organize safety workshops for kids. Caleb also joined a junior police program. Mentored by Officer Ramirez, he learned about leadership, safety, and the importance of community, channeling his experience into helping others. Dash dash dash. Hash 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 a bright future. Months later, Caleb organized a fundraiser for a local shelter, raising thousands of dollars. As he looked around at the smiling faces of his neighbors, he realized how much had changed, not just for him, but for everyone around him. "I want to keep helping people," Caleb told his mom one evening. "Maybe I'll become a police officer or start a program to teach kids about safety." Diane smiled, pulling him close. "Whatever you choose, Caleb, I know you'll make a difference." As the sun set over Willow Heights, Caleb felt a deep sense of purpose. He was just a kid, but he had learned the power of trusting his instincts and acting with courage. And he knew this was just the beginning of his journey. Dash dash dash. Caleb's story is a powerful reminder that even small actions can have far-reaching effects. If you're inspired by his bravery, share this story and remember, courage has no age limit, and doing the right thing can change lives.